Hey guys, this is Sergeant Phoenix back in the action, and today is the 75th anniversary of V-Day. For those of you who don't know what V-Day is, it's the day that we left, that World War II ended in 1945, from the death of Adolf Hitler, who was the leader of the Nazis. I do believe everyone knows about Adolf Hitler. And a few people won't. I normally don't celebrate this event, but this occasion I think it's a big moment. Not only because we're on lockdown, it's V-Day. It's our 75th anniversary of V-Day. The war ended nearly 25 years before for a century, and for me it shows that we still remember the past. While some people say we should not learn about World War II and everything, I think we should. To not know the nobleness, the sacrifice that our grandparents, their fathers and sons, and the families that were torn apart, the buildings, our world practically on fire. For me, we should remember that because the past will always teach you a lesson. It teaches us what not to do and what we can do. But we still had wars after that. But at least on that one, it wasn't like it wasn't like the world wars where the whole world was at chaos. So, for me, if I was asked would I want to learn World War II and stuff if I was in high school and stuff, I would say yes. I'm not, because I'm a big history person, but to me it shows that connection we share with the past. Because to me the past has to always matter. If we don't remember the past, we can't learn from their mistakes. And the mistakes I mean are the leaders. Take Hitler, who was a Nazi. They took over their country, forced the Germans to fight us. And we were forced to fight the German people. We defeated, and after the year 45, 1945, when we killed Hitler, that all ended. We managed to rebuild the relationship we had. The kind of relationship we had with Germany, and I do think it's grown a lot more. And I think it's what makes this country and the other countries that fought with us quite interesting. With us being perhaps the oldest, we're probably the most, in my opinion, we're almost the most civilized civilization in the world. Because, we might not have been the first country around, but, we're billions, not billions, sorry, I'm thinking of Doctor Who then when he's talking about Time Lords. But, we're a couple hundred years, beyond the emotion and political spectrum America has. We used to have gun control, we used to have, insane gun control, we had mass shootings, we'd have mass shootings, but we still have them, but we don't even meet that because, we've learned, we evolved, we adapted. We adapted to a situation and we learned from it. And it's a shame we couldn't learn that in the First World War. That should have been the war that ends all wars. But, you can't change history unless you have a time machine, which obviously doesn't exist as far as we know. But even if you could, you couldn't change them. Even if you could, I doubt it would be right to change a moment like that. Those moments in history. It might have, if World War II never happened, for all we know, an even worse war could have happened. You don't know though. Is it what our grandparents and their parents suffered from was one of many possible futures in the present. Yeah, but at least you could tell some. It's unfortunate we can't tell the soldiers who fell in battle that we won. Unless they're looking down on us. Because we thought it was going to be the end of the world. So I think so to celebrate that first year of the war, the first moment when the war ended would have been insane. The parades, everything. So for me, remembering this year is like a big moment. This day and this moment, because for our country, even with this virus outbreak, we're not gonna stop living our lives. We're not gonna back down. We're not gonna back down. We're not gonna, cower behind a corner. We're actually gonna face it head on, like we always have. In our British way. So I would congratulate if any soldiers are out there, alive, who survived the Second World War. To congratulate you and to be thankful of your services and your sacrifice to this country, and they deserve so much, war veterans. Because they gave their lives to give us a chance to let us live our future. But a large majority of World War II soldiers are, out there home. Majority of World War II soldiers are out there, and in America, the Vietnam ones as well, are not, homeless, which I think is wrong. These people deserve so much because of what they did for us. If it wasn't for them, God knows what would have happened to England. We might have not. We wouldn't be the people we are today if it wasn't for them, in my opinion. So I would say thank you to all the soldiers out there. And until then, this is Sergeant Phoenix, over and out.